For a month, mate. There we go.
Yeah.
What flavour? Look at that. He's gone. I don't want the prawn cocktail. I'll take the cheese and onion, but I'll not be snogging my bird later in the night when I taste like that.
East Coast Honda.
Does your heart fly to the lochs or the glens or the islands? Do you dream of the Clyde or a small border town? Do the pipes make you shiver and want to see your mother? It's been too long since you've been gone, too long since you've been home, to the place that's forever in your heart. And walked your father's steps again in the soft Scottish rain, and followed the wild geese home. From the wilderness of Torridon to Australia's New South Wales, from the Black Isle to Nova Scotia, from Fife to Dubai, New York from a crofted sky, a new beginning with our forced or following dreams. In San Francisco Bay, do you dream of the day? Do you long to walk down Princess Street once more? At night on your rig, or your thoughts are still in brig? Hello! Follow the wild geese home. At the end of the day, does your heart fly to the lochs or the glens or the islands? Do you dream of the Clyde or a small border town? Do the pipes make you shiver and want to see your mother? It's been too long since you've been gone, too long since you've been home, to the place that's forever in your heart. Then walked your father's steps again in the soft Scottish rain, and followed the wild geese home. Were your forefathers' families cleared from the land and sent in exile to the new world? Did they give that foreign place a loved familiar name of a home they would never see again? Or did you sail on the tide seeking fortune on a ship that you'd built years before? Did you make that last trip to the graveyard to say your final farewell to these shores? At the end of the day, does your heart fly to the lochs or the glens or the islands? Do you dream of the Clyde or a bonny border town? Do the pipes make you shiver and want to see your mother? It's been too long since you've been gone, too long since you've been home, to the place that's forever in your heart. And walked your father's steps again in the soft Scottish rain, and followed the wild geese home. For at the end of your days, you know your soul will rise to follow the wild geese home.
Yeah! Come on, Ted!
Thank you very much. I presume you've all seen Braveheart.
William Wallace.
Is there anybody that hasn't seen Braveheart? See when you get the electric in? Get one of your pals to bring a DVD in. Braveheart was a brilliant film. woke up pride that had been sleeping for far too long in Scotland.
Him.
But it wasn't particularly true to history. If you know anything at all about the history of Stirling Bridge, you'll be aware that William Wallace and his co-commander Andrew de Murray defeated the best cavalry in the whole of Europe at the time, simply because that cavalry could only get across the bridge 2 at a time, and we could handle 2 at a time. But somewhere in the making of the film, they managed to lose the bridge. In fact, they lost the entire river. So I wrote this song and I sent it to Mel Gibson. This is called Where's the River, Mel?
Oh, a tune.
An Australian came to town one day and he brought a film crew. He said, you've got a story here, tell you what I'll do. Gonna take this man called Wallace and I'm gonna spread his fame. Very soon the whole wide world will know your hero's name. So we talked to the historians of battles that were won, and how that day at Stirling Bridge we made the English run. Then he talked to all his money men and it seems they had their way, 'cause they made the film in Ireland. So now I've got to say, where's the river now? Won't you stand here with me? Look down from Stirling Castle, tell me, what's that you see? That's a river mill, and it's where it's always been. So how come there's no trace of it upon your silver screen? We fought hand to save our land. It was hot and sweaty work. When the English come, we bared our bombs, we did not give our foot. Then we turned back to the water's edge to wash off all the gore. But it's hard to bathe in a river, there ain't there anymore. Where's the river, Mel? Won't you stand here with me? Look down from Stirling Castle, tell me, what's that you see? Aye, that's a river, Mel, and it's where it's always been. So how come there's no trace of it upon your silver screen? Well, they called the film Braveheart. It was loads of fun. It wasn't much like history, but at least we still won. Now the tourists come from all the world and they gaze down on this place. But as they look up to the monument, there's surprise in their face. 'Cause there's a river mill, and it's where it's always been. So how come there's no trace of it upon your silver screen? Aye, that's your river mill. The real battle scene where Wallace sent them homeward to think again. So if you ever get to thinking the Bannockburn could be a theme, then please remember, Mel, Burn is Scottish for a stream.
Yeah!
Right, I know you all came not particularly wrapped up clothing-wise, because you all read the BBC website that said it was going to be sunny. Don't know about you, but it's freezing up here. Let's see if we can warm everybody up. How do you fancy our Gay Gordons? Come on, that'll be a hoot. Let's just go for it. Wha Hae been? Say brat. Wha Hae been? Say canty. Wha Hae been? Say brat. Come ye by Kelly County, upon a land I found at sea, and him upon my auntie, I met the devil and shame on Swanky, oh, their sewer slaves on a those braves, and the deals that kill the cranky, oh, and ye heathen were riding, you were nabbing second tail, and ye hae seen what I hae seen on the braes, oh, kill the cranky, oh. Wheelie on the go, hill for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row and row, all for Mary's wedding. Over the ways up and down, Myrtle green and bracken brown, past the shield and through the town, up for steak, Mary stead. Wheelie on the go, hill for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row and row, all for Mary's wedding. Plenty hair and plenty meal, plenty peat to fill her creel, plenty body burns as well, that's a toast for mine. Once was a troop, Irish dragoons, came marching in the Pioneer, and the captain fell in love with a bonny, bonny lass, and her name it was cried Pretty Peggy, oh. There's money, money lass, and the whole of Octorless. There's money about a lass in the Geary, oh. There's money about a chin in the streets of Aberdeen. But the pride of them all is in Phoebe, oh. The year was 1320, in the Abbey of Arbroath, where sons of sovereign Scotland first took that solemn oath. For freedom we'll endeavour, for liberty we'll strive, but to England no surrender. Well, 100 true Scots survive, and what have you been say, brother? What have you been say, Canty, oh? What have you been say, brother? Come ye by Killiecrankie, oh, and the braes of Killiecrankie, oh. Hi, hi! Hi, hi! Thank you very much. Thanks for joining in. Hopefully you've warmed up a wee bit. Fancy a sing-song? Brilliant, that's about 6 years. You all know the words. I don't know if you can see the changes that have come over me, but those last few days when I've been afraid that I might drift away, I've been telling old stories, singing songs that made me think about where I came from. That's the reason why I seem so far away today. Let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, you know that it will make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. I've moved and I've kept on moving, proved the points that needed proving, lost the friends that needed losing, I found others on the way. I've kissed the ladies and winds just couldn't get any higher. Withered now they've gone. But I'm steady thinking, and my way is clear, and I know what I must do tomorrow. When the hands are shaking and the kiss is blown, then I will disappear. Right, your turn.
Never tell you I love you with anybody all the time. Caledonia, you're gonna be I go home.
And if I should
Become a stranger,
you know that
make me more than that. Caledonia's everything I never had.
Caledonia, you've been everything I've ever had. 5. On the 700th anniversary of his execution, there was 1,000 of us went down to London, and we gave the man a funeral service who'd been denied for 700 years. I wrote this for the occasion and was very proud to sing it in the church. It's a song called I'm Coming Home. Did not close my eyes
for the last time on the Caledonian skies,
with my good friends gathered all around me to say the last goodbye. But it will not be forgotten in the heart of every Scot. I still live on. Now it's time to fly the Saltire high. My spirit's coming home. They tore apart my body so I could not rise on Judgment Day. What they did not realize as now will never go away. I'm coming back to the land I love, to the people I hold dear, to Scotland, St. Andrew, and freedom. I'm coming home. I'm coming home, back where I belong. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. My spirit's coming. Just before we go, can I ask you to put your hands together for Adrian Robertson, please? And also for the guys on the sound desks, both of them. Thank you. We'll leave you with this. It's a wee bit more up-tempo, so if you want to dance, go for it. If you didn't want to dance, sing. If you didn't want to dance and you didn't want to sing, I don't know why you're here.
Once in a lifetime you live and love. Once in a lifetime you die. Once in a moment the sun goes down. Protect and survive. There's thunder clouds around town, babe, as I step out into the rain.
shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like I'm someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like I'm someone. But time goes by in a yellow and green. You stick around, you know what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like I'm someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like I'm someone. You're something. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like I'm someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like I'm someone. There's a man I meet, walks up our street. He's been working for the council, it's been 20 years. And he takes no lip of nobody and let her off the gutter. And he puts it in a bag, and he never seems to mother. And he puts his lunch in a sunglass bag, and the children call him Bogey, but he never lets on. Cause I know that he once told me, he let me know a secret about the money in his kitty. I was gonna buy a dinghy and call her Dignity. Sailor up the west coast, through villages and towns. I'll be on my holidays and they'll be doing the rounds. They'll ask me how I got it, I'll say I saved my money. They'll say, isn't she pretty? The ship called Dignity. Set it up, 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 set it up. Set it up again, set it up again, set it up again. Set it up, 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 set it up. Set it up again, set it up again, set it up again. You take the high road, I'll take the low road. I'll be in Scotland before you. Where me and my true love will never meet again. On the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. On the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. It's an absolute pleasure. He'll leave you with us. There's only one song we can leave you with. Scots Wha Hae, Wallace bled. Scots Bruce has often led. Welcome to your golden bed, hearty victory. For now's the day and now's the hour. See the front of battle law and see the approach proud once power. Chains and slavery. What could be a traitor knave? Horsey base as be a slave. What could fill a coward's grave? Let him turn and flee. And war for Scotland's king and law. Freedom's sword will strongly draw. Free man stand, a free man fall. Let him follow me. By oppression's woes and pains, by your sons and servile chains, we will drain our dearest veins, but they shall be free. They that proud usurpers low, tyrants fall in every foe, and liberties in every blow. Let us do or be. Everybody! Scots Wha Hae, we Wallace bled. Scots Bruce has oft times led. Welcome to Thank you very much indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ted Christopher! Let's see, take a bow, guys. Well done. Ted Christopher. Brilliant, guys. Well done. Excellent. Thank you very much,
Incredible
Ted.
stuff,
See you
amazing.
again.
Wow.
Ted Christopher, legend. All right, good afternoon, everybody. How are y'all? Somebody make phone work here, right? That's better, right? Who wants a packet of crisps?
He's not been drinking, really.
Honestly. Everybody's putting their hand up, Wolfie. They must know you're a teacher, mate.
Well, how much did you spend, did you say?
£25 to feed a family of 4 for a month, mate. There we
Not
go.
here, yeah.
What flavour? Look at that. He's gone, I don't want the prawn cocktail, I'll take the cheese and onion, but I'll not be snogging my bird later on the night when I taste like that. Right, there we go. It's only 4 as well, mate. It's
Are they
only
the,
four.
are they the full size
Yeah,
bags?
listen, there's
They're
no
full
bags of
size
air here, mate. There's just crisps for everybody. Who's not got a packet of crisps? Me. Please, can I get a packet of crisps here? I'm going to take you guys up to Bridgeton, show them how we do a roadshow up there, eh? Very politely. Oh, and they say thank you as well. Who needs a packet of crisps? There you go, have a packet of crisps. Would you like a packet of crisps? There you go, it's a family pack. Take one. In fact, maybe take one for your other hand as well. Wolfie, how are you doing time-wise, mate? Have we filled?
Yeah, I think we're okay.
Oh, we got, right,
Almost
okay.
ready to
This
go.
week's taking 5 bags of crisps! Right, here's the who's not got a bag of crisps. Oh, I knew you were coming today, so I saved the rest of them for you. There you go. Salt and vinegar, that's a favourite. Aye, right, that'll blow here. Tell you what, you can have them all. There you go. She's got the rest of the crisps. Who's got the rest of the tweak? Oh, sweeties, right, we've still got some more sweeties here. Wolfie, what am I doing? Oh, is it? Yeah, we're
Right,
good for
I
it.
think, yeah.
Right, I'm keeping the sweeties, you'll get them later.
We'll eat the sweets, and there will be more chances later on. But right now, I think we're sorted. I think the
it's only us.
Thank you, Elsa and Daniel.
We can't sit when there's a crowd like this. People will tread on it. It's too something.
Let that lonely feeling wash away. Any air's a reason to believe you'll be okay. 'Cause when you don't feel strong enough to stand, you can't reach out your hand. And oh, someone will come running. I know will take you home. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. If you only look around, will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found.
This is cold. I'm not cold. I'm not.
We're going to go and do some of the they've got crafting bits where you can make a Wallace sword and stuff.
Yeah, well that's right, babes.
Can we do what? Well, we've got to wait for your mum and your sister first.
Can't be sitting on a tree. Can't be sitting in a tree.
Do it again. But for us, it's not a bad thing because it means that we've got plenty of.
Here's my pal, here's my friend.
I'm going to tell you a story about a stain. You came about a stainers. A stain's a Scottish stone. By the way, would you like to hear the shortest joke in Scotland? Do you care what the shortest joke in Scotland is? What do you call a Scotsman who's nearly home?
Hamish.
Hamish, that's right, Hamish. Right, okay, right.
Hamish.
Somebody's heard that one before. I'm glad it told. Hamish, sorry. This is a shortest joke in Scotland. Right. Well, I'm going to tell you about where the Scots came from and about a very special, magical stone. I want you to listen very carefully. If you go to Edinburgh Castle to this day, you'll see behind a glass case a stone. It's got different names. It's called the Stone of Spoon, it's called the Stone of Destiny, and the Gaelic language is called Wallace Wha Hae, and also the Wallace Wha Hae. And this is the story behind it. But before I do, I'm going to tell you where the Scots came from. The Scots, the original Scots, were a race who came through a place now called Ireland. It wasn't called Ireland then. Scotland was called Orla. In Spain, has anyone ever heard of Spain before? In the Kingdom of Spain, there lived this race of people called the Beard Bullocks, the Bag People. And these Bag People, they were called the Bag People because they had leather bags. And they took the bags for the kings of Spain whenever they went hunting and put their catches inside the bags. They turned their bags into canoes and sailed to Ireland, and they took over from a race who was living there called the Crew English, or the Greyhounds, or the painted ones, the Picts, who also ruled Scotland. Then there came a second race to Ireland. They were called the Tuatha of Danube. The Tuatha of Danube were a race of people who had come from Greece, northern Greece, from cities whose stories breathe of fairy tales and romance. Boreas, Gorius, Phineas, and Farius. And from each one of those cities there came a magical treasure. From Gorius came a cauldron that would never empty, if you can imagine. From Boreas there came a long spear called the Spear of Lugarmage, Lug of the long arm. From Phineas came the Clive of the magic sword. Only had to be brandished in an army, disappeared beside them. And from Farius came a stone called the Wallace. It was said that the rightful king of the Scots stood upon that stone, it would scream, it would wail underneath him, and it was placed upon the hill of Tara in Ireland. But there's another legend, that the stone originally came from a place called Bethel. Bethel, the area was now called Palestine. And it was the pillow of a gentleman with the name of Jacob, or Jacob. Jacob was son of Isaac, son of Abraham, or Abraham, the father of many nations. Jacob was eventually to become known as Israel. He was found the father of the 12 tribes. It is said that the stone was a cornerstone in the temple that Solomon built. But 1,000 years later, when the kingdom of Judah was taken over by Nebuchadnezzar III, the king of Babylon, after the death of Hezekiah, the last king of Judah, they took the king, his son, his 3 sons, and killed them and pulled the king's eyes out so he would see nothing again. He was a cruel man. But they spared the daughter. Her name was Pearl, because it was believed in those days that a woman could rule Judah or Israel. But a man could never rule. A woman could never rule in Babylon. Well, it was said at the siege of Jerusalem, that the king of Ireland was living there in the days of Zedekiah. And he was to take the hand of marriage of Tear, the granddaughter of Hezekiah. And there was an old prophet by the name of Jeremiah. It was thought he took the special treasures that Nebuchadnezzar was looking for, possibly including the Ark of the Covenant. And also the stone that was known as the cornerstone. He brought it into Egypt. And he brought it into Egypt when he was looking after some Jews who had escaped. Some people said he was put to death in Egypt, except a chronicler in Ireland, a chronicler records that an old 5 centuries BC brought a sacred stone into Ireland and some treasures. It may have been the DFL or the crowning stone. Nevertheless, when it was placed upon the hill of Tara, it was said when the rightful king of the Scots stood upon it, it would scream with flames of deception. Until after 1,000 years of rule, as the kingdom of the Scottish, other races came to Ireland, after the Tuatha Dé Danann, after the Forahid, the Fomorahid, the one-headed giants who were cannibals, there came the Scotsmen from Spain, a ruling noble aristocracy, supposed to be descended of the old Judaic line. And it was of that line that they married into Theo. They began to build their kingdom into Argyll, the frontier of the Gael, Argyll. The kingdom was called Baldia, and they began to encroach. And they lifted the crowning stone and put it on the hill of Dunab in the south of Kintyre, and it was said when the rightful king of the Scots stood upon that, it would scream, it would wail underneath them. But there was a rune, there was a rhyme, there was a prophecy that went with the stone. I'll give it to you in the original language, and I'll give it to you in English. Kines geest zien en fine, maar blia komt wijsje, for the fire and the fire. The race of the free Scots shall flourish, and if this prophecy be not false, wherever the stone of destiny is found, they shall prevail by the right of heaven. The stone of destiny was taken to the castle of Dunstafnish until the year 844, when Cynnig mac Cawalhain, the first king of a united Picts and Scots, ruled from Dunstafnish. They took the scone to the place called Scone, north of Perth. And it was said, when the rightful kings of the Scots stood upon it, it would scream, it would wail underneath them. And was it not that ladies of Fife the Macduffs who had the privilege of placing the crown upon the king's head? This carried on until the year 1296. At this time in 1296, a terrible tragedy befell Scotland. We had a good king. He was called Alexander III. One night he departed from his men in Edinburgh. Crossing the river Forth on his own, he rode on his horse above the cliffs of Kinghorn. He fell from his horse to the bottom of the cliffs and broke his neck. He had married twice, and his second wife, Yolande, had 2 children who had died at birth, and Scotland was left without an heir. Straight from his line. If you go there to this day, you'll see a monument for King Alexander III, and some poetry in Old Scots on the monument. But there was a claimant to the throne, but she was only 9 years old. She was Margaret, the Maid of Norway. And at this time the guardians of Scotland had decreed an agreement with the King of England, Edward Plantagenet,
that if his son Henry was to marry Margaret, the Maid of Norway, Scotland and England would unite under the one crown, but they would still be separate countries with separate governments. That was agreed. Except that's not the way it turned out. A brave Scottish mariner by the name of Sir Patrick Spence was taken from Fife and asked by the king to go to Norway to retrieve the Maid of Norway, the king's nephew, the late king's nephew, her niece, and bring her to Scotland. This he did. He wasn't happy about it because it was a bad time of year and he knew those seas were very rough. He took the ship to Norway and with a dowry of 20,000 pieces of gold, they went to the court of the King of Norway, King Edward. And it was said of the Scots that they began to spend the dowry in wine. Would you believe that? Scots drinking wine. Who would believe that, eh? 12 bottles a day, a free-fat bench. Well, the King of Norway was getting fed up with them, so he told them about the country. So they took the Maid of Norway and they began to sail right down through the Orkneys and down the east coast of Scotland until they came into the Firth of Forth. And according to legend, with an eyesight of Aberdour, a terrible storm hit them and the ship went down and the Scotland's future monarch was dead. Now Scotland was left without a monarch. And there were many contestants to the throne. There was Robert Bruce, the grandfather of King Robert Bruce. There was a Black John Cummin, the father of the Red John Cummin. There was John Balliol, and many, many more. And one of the claimants was Edward Plantagenet himself, because his sister had been married to Alexander. The one who was to become known as the Hammer of the Scots, Red Shanks, a cruel man. Just to give you an idea how cruel Edward was, he exiled 600 Jews from his own country. That was long before the days of Hitler, and had some of the chief ones executed because they wouldn't give up money to raise an army to fight the Welsh. So anti-Semitism has been around for a long, long time. Anyway, he was one to be reckoned with. But for some reason, Edward was invited to Berwick upon Tweed. He had returned me, walking till the clouds read, once in peace, as he sleep, let me turn free. All for Scotland's king and law, freedom's sword will strongly draw, free man's hand of demon claw, let me fall here. By oppression's woes and pains, by our sons and civil kings, we will blame their dearest things, but they shall be free. Live the proud Jews of Persian law, tyrants fall in every foe, the parties in the people, let us do our deeds. Everyone sing Scots Wha Hae with Wallace Wha Hae. Scots from Bruce has often led. Welcome to your glory red, hearty victory. Now's day and now's the hour, see the front of battle, see our world, out Edward's power, kings and slavery. He had been attacked. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back on again at 7:30 with the same stories.
Well, that's it for today's unreal. I forgot that set out to Shannon and not Damien. Okay. I will see you next week. East Coast and Malcolm. Bye bye. East Coast Hand.